Please welcome to the show my current teammate, defenseman of the Air Centennials, Luke Brzustowski. How's it going?
Good. How are you boys?
Good, thanks.
Good,
Thanks
we're
for coming.
good.
So I think every episode we do like a speed round thing to get to know you, just kind of rapid fire questions. I don't know if you've seen them before, but
Yo,
if you want
and,
to
oh,
kick it off.
and all these questions are in a crazy order, so there's no assemblance. So just be prepared for
And
crazy
you have to
questions.
answer it quick.
All right.
All right, I'll start this off. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
BC.
BC.
McDavid or Crosby?
Crosby.
Dog or cat person?
Well, I have a cat, but I prefer dogs, I'd say.
All right, all right.
If you're pushed into a dance circle, what's your go-to dance move?
Probably the moonwalk.
Ooh.
All right.
Moonwalk.
Pretty dusty.
You like that?
What's your go-to hype song?
Uh, hmm. Serious by the Alan Parsons Project.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably wouldn't. You know it?
Yeah, I do know that's like the old like classic one, right?
Like it's from the Jordan doc or whatever.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie right now?
Good Will Hunting.
Okay, Keith just watched that.
Wait, that glitched out. What did he say?
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill. Oh, that's your favorite. Not okay. Yeah, I agree. That's good. That's good stuff. In a movie about your life, who would play you?
Say Matt Damon.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
Little trend.
Yeah.
Favorite TV show to binge?
Prison Break.
I'd like to actually just pause this, and Matt's taking a call right now, but he's on mute, so it's pretty respectable. That's all I gotta say.
He's a businessman, eh?
He's a money moves.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. All right. What can you cook the best?
Stir fries.
Okay.
Stir fries.
This
Nice.
guy can cook. Don't even act like he cooks.
Hey, I can.
Yeah, stir fry is
we-
pretty respectable though.
Yeah, stir fries are good. Window or aisle seat on a plane?
Window.
Favorite animal?
Bears.
Nice.
That was a good one. That's the one I think of every time now. So when we had Donnie on, I might as well tell the story before we finish it.
Kevin?
When we had Donnie on, we asked him favorite animal, and he had said squirrel. And then he's like freaking out, like, no, I'm gonna look like such a bitch. He's freaking out, and then he fined me. I have $4 on the board at the moment because he fined me because I didn't cut it out of the podcast.
Donnie.
That's
Yeah.
What did Donnie move?
He's a weird dude.
Donnie's
Yeah.
beauty though.
Yeah, he's
It's so funny.
I think we've told
Yeah,
that story every single time since he said it. So like, there's
I
no
know
way.
because I
it's
just want
disappearing.
someone to say it though. I want someone to say a bad animal like he did.
Yeah. I know. Favorite flavor of Gatorade? That's the last question.
what's the blue one?
The blue color.
Blue.
yeah, it's like cool blue or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we wait till the last two? We'll all go through it. If that's good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about a little bit about the NHL because we all got a lot of questions for your younger guy. So we need to talk about some other stuff. So we're gonna start with I need to throw out for our listeners know I'm a diehard Sidney Crosby fan. And I'd like to point out for anyone who thinks Sidney Crosby isn't the face of the league anymore, he's getting old. Number one in jersey sales in 2020, for the record.
He's
So, yeah, he scores a one-handed goal in the season
That's
opener,
true.
after batting it out of the net.
unreal.
Number one in 2020 jersey sales. Like, he's the face of the league. Like, I'm still reading. I'm actually reading a book. I'm like halfway through it about like how Sidney Crosby like single-handedly changed the game of hockey. So it's super interesting. So Connor McDavid's great. He's super skilled, but Crosby's still the face of the league. I had to put that out.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Controversy is welcome. If anyone wants to argue in the comments, please go for it. But I think Matt won that one.
Yeah. Number one. Can't argue with it.
Yeah.
But so now we'll go into our last two questions. We're all going to go through. You can start us off, Bruce, with your number one, who's going to win the North Division and who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year. Those are your two questions. We're all going to answer it.
I'm gonna take the lead Leafs. I know it's a bit like
Yeah.
shit or whatever. I mean, they'll probably choke in the playoffs.
Like
Yeah,
usual.
fair.
I'll take them for the regular season.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Leafs for sure.
Who's your Stanley Cup winner?
Colorado probably.
Oh, that's what
Nate?
Nate's saying.
Yeah, that's exactly mine. I think Leafs will win the North, and then the Avs will go. I don't know who they'll play though. Probably like,
It'll be interesting though.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Like all the rivalries.
for sure.
Heath.
I think I just got to piggyback. I think that's pretty solid. Nate, we were talking before this, saying like Colorado's got a pretty reputable team behind them right now. So I don't know. We'll have to see. What do you?
The
Who's your North Division?
North Division? Well, I don't know about the Leafs, but I just have to say I think they'll choke pretty hard. But probably the Leafs. Go on, Matt.
He's like
Let-
the Sens will win it.
I do not think the Leafs are going to win the North Division. I think I can't really pinpoint, but I'm definitely I think the Jets, and I think Vancouver is going to come through again this year. I don't know. They're rolling off the playoffs. They lost some players. Also think I'm a Sens fan. Also think that the Sens are not going to last. That's my prediction. They're not coming to last.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got some nice pickups, and Stutzel's going to be a nasty player in a couple of years. But for my cup, I'm also going to the Avalanche. I was rooting for them last year, and I think they're going to win. They're so gross.
Yeah.
And they got better. In the offseason.
That's why we need that guy. We can cut this if we want, but Langus, whoever's friends with Ben Finelli.
Landeskog,
Yeah.
that's tough to get on.
Imagine.
He's the cap. That would be sick.
Well,
that would be their goal one day.
Yeah, we already tried with Ben Finelli, but he's like, "Yep, can't do it for you." I'm like, "All right."
He probably gets asked that a lot, though.
Yeah.
Can you get in contact with Landeskog?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, sorry about that.
Yeah, get back to Luke here. We want to get our predictions in. So, what have you been doing lately? How's school been? I know you guys were in. When we were talking, like you guys were at school way longer than we were compared to Catholic school. So what's school like? And you ripping the pond a lot? What's going on?
School is pretty boring right now. Taking math class, which is like double credit or something. It's a lot of work.
Oh, really?
Not very fun. A lot of computers. Not a big computer guy. But yeah, just trying to stay in shape. I think the biggest like struggle for me is probably just keeping the hands fresh, just not being on the ice every day. So yeah, obviously pond's big with that. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of yoga lately, just trying to get flexible, better mobility. So yeah,
I think yoga's underrated. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's
for
definitely
sure. Yeah,
becoming more of a thing though. Like over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like when I was in major bantam and minor major, my team did yoga every week.
yeah, same.
Like it's definitely more popular. So we'll go back in minor hockey. Like I said, you're a younger guy, so you're our age. So we don't want to go. I mean, we're gonna go into more depth in the minor hockey, and you guys had a pretty good team your whole life. So what was your minor hockey experience like?
Yeah, I mean it was pretty good. I think we made it to the finals every year but one, like Kitchener in the Alliance. So that was just a good trip getting there every year. Got a lot of experience in the playoffs and stuff. And just I think the rivalries, but also the friendships built with like guys in Waterloo like Parsons and Maloney and those guys, and then Kitchener, Danner, Forster. It was a good group of guys to play against and play with.
And a lot of the guys you did play with then are in the OHL now, so that's pretty cool to see, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just everyone's still skating together in the summer with Ertz there, and even like just he started off with us like in Adam and Pee Wee, and to see where he's going right now is pretty cool too. So yeah, I mean we work out together too, so it's still see lots of guys around for sure.
Yeah, Ertl was a big guest on the podcast. He's probably in our top 5 of all time, actually. Less views. Ertl was great, but like imagine that. So you guys already had. We want to throw out the names. You guys had Sop, Sickick, and Bones, who are all in the OHL for sure this year. And plus, like think of the team you would have had if guys didn't go to the GTHL. Like, it would have been even better.
Sorry, what did you say? I couldn't
Oh,
hear
I
you.
said think about if the team you guys would have had if like Ertl didn't go to the G and Kressler and stuff. That would have been gross.
Yeah, like Kressler was unreal. Like last season for sure, he was like unbelievable. And so, I mean, yeah, it would have been stacked. I think those guys left at the start of minor bantam, I think. So those 3 big years at the end there, we didn't have them, but it would have been pretty cool with them.
Yeah. What was it like playing with Bonesy?
Well, he's good. He gave me a lot of points on the power play for sure. Passing to him or Sop, rack up the point totals.
For sure.
Now
So your minor midget year.
Go on,
Go
yeah.
ahead. You take it.
I don't know if I was gonna mess this question up, but OHL Gold Cup experience. What was that like?
That was very cool actually, because that was actually, so we all stayed in a hotel with all the other teams, and my house was probably like a kilometer away from the hotel we were staying in, and I could like see my school from the hotel, so it was pretty weird just in that sense, but yeah, just being with the same guys the whole team, it was a good. I mean, it was kind of like the NHL bubble in a way, not really, because it was 4 days or whatever, but and just the level of hockey there was just probably, it was the best I would have had to that date, so that was pretty cool too.
Do you have any memorable moments?
From the Gold Cup?
Yeah, from the Gold Cup.
I would say just my roommate, Maddox Callens. I think he plays for Kingston right now.
Yep.
He was a hoot to be in a room with. That guy was crazy. He had like a little country accent too, and
No way.
That's
he
funny.
would like make microwave craft dinner for like every meal too. So it was just funny.
So what's that experience like? We haven't a lot of guys that we've had have played in that. Not that it's not a special thing. Not very many people get to play in it. Just a lot of guys we've had on the podcast have played in that. And what's that experience like? What do you actually do when you're going to practice in the morning? You're playing like what's the day-to-day schedule like for those 4 days?
I mean, it's pretty quick. Like it's pretty jam packed, and you don't really have time to take it all in. But yeah. So I think you wake up in the morning, have a practice, and then since it's a Hockey Canada event, right? So there's a bunch of like guest speakers and seminars and stuff you have to go to. So every night it's like a new speaker, and it's like hydration and motivational speakers. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, what was the draft day kind of like? Like, run us through the experience of how you got selected and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think I was just sitting at my kitchen counter watching first couple of rounds, which I don't know why I got up that early anyways, but
Just hyped.
yeah, I think my cousin maybe came over by the time I got drafted, so I was just sitting with him and my dad at the counter, and then yeah, I saw my name pop up, so that was pretty cool. I think it was the Souk, and my dad was pretty rattled because it's like 8 hours away.
Oh,
so he was a bit fired up about that, but yeah, I think my family came over after. It was a good day.
yeah, that's awesome.
What were your nerves like? We always like talking about guys and their nerves before did that game that day. Obviously, it starts at 9 a.m. You went 6th round, so I don't know what that is, 3-4 hours maybe. Like was that a long morning?
Yeah, it was pretty long. I mean, it could have been longer. Like you just don't want it to be like sitting on the computer all day just watching your name or looking for your name to come up. Like you gotta keep yourself busy, I think, just to distract yourself.
Yeah, for sure, mentally.
Show up.
Now you joined the Dutchman at 16. Was it hard to adjust and play junior B?
Yeah, so at the start of the year, so before that I went to Sioux camp, like for the Greyhounds or whatever, and I got injured there, so I missed the first like week or two of Dutchies practice. So hopping in a week later than everyone else when they were all already in game form and stuff, and the pace was already faster than I usually play with. So it was definitely tough getting used to at the start.
And you guys had 4 20-year-old defensemen, if I'm right. If I'm right,
Yeah.
right? You had an old defense group, and how much of an impact did that have on you? How much better did that make you?
I mean, yeah, it was like you gotta like 420 bombs. You gotta play good to play with those guys. So it was just keeping me on my heels because nothing's gonna be given to you because those guys are reliable. So like if the coach doesn't think you can play on the ice, then I mean they'll just put the other guys out there. So that was a bit of a learning curve at the start, and then obviously just hanging around those guys for the whole season in the room, just more being around more mature guys obviously is different experience as well.
Yeah, you had Kwok on that team, right? So how was Kwok's always a good guy. We've had shot a couple of videos with him. So how was
Charged up
him as a
open.
team? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fun guy to be around. I always felt bad for him because he would like after practice the rookies would have to vacuum the room and like clean up everything, and Sean would
Oh,
always be the last guy there helping us out. Just a good captain, good guy. And obviously his shot is just like ridiculous. Like just that was the one thing that just like blew me away was just his accuracy, and just his shot on the power play was ridiculous.
And he like never has a bad day. Like I've never seen him have a bad day.
Yeah,
Like not be
like the scrimmages at Amuel's in air when he would
yeah.
go up and just like buzz around everywhere, maybe get a hat trick.
Yeah, I meant like off the off the ice, like happiness. Like this guy, like you,
Yeah,
like I'll be having a bad, like I'll like whatever, not like I'm not super talkative that day or whatever. Then he'll come over and like always like ask like what's going on, like not like what's wrong. He'll be like, oh, how was your day? Like what'd you do today? And then like you like very answer, and they're like, oh man, like I feel bad now. Like he's always asking, he's always so happy. Like I've never seen him mad.
yeah. And even when he is mad or pissed off about something, he'll like is like the nicest guy to ever be pissed off. Like
Yeah, like he'll never. Yeah,
like
he's
a
so
happy
nice.
guy when he's mad.
yeah.
That's what
But
like
yeah,
even
he's
with the
just
golf, he hit a bad shot and he's just laughing or just like happy.
Oh man, like
Yeah,
yeah,
darn.
isn't he like a scratch golfer too?
Oh yeah.
yeah. He's nasty, but I was legitimately beating him through 7.
That's pretty good. Are you good, Mules?
No, but I was legitimately beating him through 7.
Maybe
I mentioned that a lot.
he's going easy on you.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I think.
What do you think? I didn't miss that.
Oh, that is just going easy on you. On us.
Yeah, honestly, I think he might have been taking it easy on us at the start. Then once we got a decent lead on him, though, and then he came right back.
Was it with
That's-
Bones? It was with Bones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bonesy and Koala charged up open.
that was good.
Bones got carried a little.
Oh
But
yeah.
what are you gonna do? So, what was your initial reaction finding out the team was moving to air? Obviously, you still don't know where you might end up in the sewer, you might have an air. At the time, you didn't know too. And so, what was the initial reaction?
I mean, I was a bit bummed out just because the Dutchies like home rink was like a 5-minute walk from my house, so I used to be able to walk to practice there. But I mean, like after I think Grimmer called me and he was asking if I want to come, and just he was talking about how good a like spot to play it is, and the fans are really into it and stuff. So I mean, yeah, it was a bit bittersweet, but I was pretty fired up to get the season going there.
So I guess like last couple of questions, like what's next for you? Obviously, we don't really know because of COVID, but getting looking for the Greyhounds camp, and then like do you kind of have an idea of what you kind of want in the next season?
Yeah, obviously just waiting for the OHL to start so I can go up to camp there and hopefully crack the roster. But yeah, I haven't really looked too far ahead. Just honestly, just playing it day to day. That's all you can really do right now with the COVID.
And,
Sure.
And what are some of the things that you're looking to like get? Like, what are the things you need to improve on more to have a shot playing Sioux or be a dominant junior B player?
I would just say probably quickness, probably strength, just like being in the D zone, being able to you know, because forwards are pretty shifty these days. So trying to just keep with them and separate them from the puck is getting harder. So just keeping up with that. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah.
Awesome.
For sure.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, boys.